Imagine sitting quietly in your living room when your eyes land on a peculiar clock on the mantel. It isn't just any clock. It appears old, antique, with faintly etched golden numerals. But there's something off about it. The hands move backward. This isn't a cheap novelty item. This is the subject of the episode today, the clock that counts backward. This is one ghost story that will have you looking suspiciously at the clocks in your home. Let's begin. Years ago, in a small, isolated town, there was an old toy maker named Henry. He was brilliant, but obsessed with time, constantly muttering phrases like, "What if you could undo time? A second chance." He designed a clock like no other, with mechanisms that ticked not toward the future, but back into the past. He claimed it was a portal to correct mistakes, offering redemption, or so he thought. A few months later, Henry vanished, and his house was locked away due to mysterious rumors. Some whispers echoed that children could hear faint giggles and conversations as they passed his residence long after his disappearance. No one dared enter, until a collector purchased Henry's home decades later, dusting off that very clock. The collector, named Evelyn, thought it was a quirky, harmless piece. But one evening, when the clock chimed for the first time, she saw her reflection in its glass, only it wasn't her, as if a darker, more sinister version of herself stared back. She decided, against her better judgment, to touch the clock's golden hands. Suddenly, her surroundings changed. She was no longer in her home, but in a memory, her own. More chilling, the memory wasn't happy. It replayed the most painful decision she'd ever made, a crossroads that altered her life. Could she change things now? With every passing second, she found herself spiraling deeper into regret as the clock forced her through every dark moment she buried. But Evelyn soon realized the clock wasn't allowing her to rewrite the past. It was feeding on her anguish, growing louder with every beat of her despair. In a desperate attempt to stop the nightmare, Evelyn smashed the clock with a hammer. The ticking ceased, but the memories didn't stop haunting her. Neighbors claim that to this day, fragments of Henry's haunting invention keep reappearing in random places, still counting down backward. So, the next time you see an antique clock, it might not just be measuring time, it could be reliving it. Be careful what you touch. Till next time.